Future news, brothers and sisters. Future news. Sulaiman Rahim here. Mr. the Covenant. Break our 7 seals. Brothers and sisters. You know, what's going on now, the act of faith is lack of knowledge. And if you have the angel, it's knowledge to you. If you don't, it's act of faith, and it can be any direction, because faith, the Buddhists have a certain faith about what's happening now. Christians have a certain faith about what's happening now. Right? The Jews have a certain faith about, you see what I'm saying? It's all faith, but all different outcomes. Because based on faith, they're guessing. But knowledge, it's a whole different issue. Knowledge and wisdom. And when you have the angel, you understand, then it's knowledge. And you have to upgrade, well, you don't have to, but we'll move on to the next season. You have to upload the knowledge of the season. Or you either not make it to the season, or you fail in the season. When it goes to spring, you have to upload the knowledge of spring. How to be successful during the spring. Hold on to the winter, you will not make it to the spring, or you will not be successful in the spring. Now I'm just giving you a little example here, brothers and sisters. And the purpose of this example is to show, so you understand what's going on, because they're negotiating all this kind of stuff, all these different things, because that's the level of knowledge they have. See? And so it's like, when God was speaking to the angels to submit, and they said, okay, they ain't know why. He didn't tell them why. He ain't tell the jinn either. He said, we ain't going to do it. See? But now it's the time of why. That's what Sulaiman's here to tell you why. Explain why to you, so you have knowledge. Because faith is a dangerous thing, brothers and sisters. They say, have faith. But you ask them, have faith in what? They say, the Buddhists have faith. What's wrong with their faith? Oh, see, then you get them. Yeah, but they don't have the Bible. Okay, well, they got it. Right? The Bible. I can't even pronounce it now, brothers and sisters. Right? And everybody had this scripture. So what's wrong with theirs? Well, theirs ain't true. How do you know it's not true? You say it's by the faith. You say if you ask a question, you shut them down. Well, Jesus can't, but Bhagavad Gita. But he says, well, they was here. Did Jesus go to them? Did Shiva come to you? Faith is a dangerous thing, brothers and sisters. But they keep telling you, have faith. Well, how do you know your faith is correct? You can't know that your faith is correct. There's no way you can know your faith is correct unless it comes to pass. By definition, you cannot know that your faith is correct, because you're based on nothing but just, I believe it. No facts. Faith is dangerous. It's only good if you have faith in the right thing, and you don't know that. Faith will profit you if you had a faith in the right thing, but you don't know that by definition. They tell you about faith. Ask them, how do you know this is correct or not? Because they got knowledge. You don't need faith anymore. So that's that clowns on Sunday. Faith. Okay. But they even admit it. Knowledge is better than faith. But faith, if there was only one religion on this planet, then you'd have some foundation to stand on. But since there's so many ideas, you know which ones that you're going to have faith in. Because based on faith itself, 90% of this planet is going to hell. Based on faith, because they all got faith in stuff that's wrong. But they got faith. And some have more faith than you. The Hindus probably have more faith than the Christians do. And what they believe. The Buddhists may have more than the Hindus. Just because they have faith, it don't make it right. See, this is the time to start asking questions, brothers and sisters. See? All truths are being opened, explained. Start asking questions. Somebody tell you have faith. Okay, well, they can prove to you that their faith is right, then you don't need faith anymore, do you? You got the knowledge. That means they don't know. How do you know it's right? Well, you got them again. You tell me, how you know that Jesus, that Bible is right? How you know that Jesus did that? How you know? Because somebody, what about sheep? They say the same thing over there. They got faith. See? If you want to get them to leave you alone, so ask those type of questions. Short story, like I said, I've studied all these things, right? And I study just about every religion there is. Because I want to make sure I understand what's going on, right? And so I know a little about Jehovah's Witness. I know a little more back then than I do now. I studied it and tried to find what's going on with it, right? And so I knew the history of it at that time, but I don't remember that stuff anymore. History, who started, and like 1914 was the right one. They said it's going to be a war, and there was one in 1914, and so and they really got strong there because they said, "Whoa, man!" And so, based on what Scripture says, this generation not pass away until the end comes. Well, they calculate a generation for 60 years. They calculate a generation for 60 years, right? And so they had 60 in 1914. They came to 1974, and they said that's going to be the war of Armageddon. 1974, and Jehovah's Witnesses got bigger and bigger, stronger because people they kept them high. Like fire came to my lead man watch, man, 14 see, and it got stronger and stronger and stronger. And unfortunately, Elijah Muhammad was saying pretty much the same thing, because they were saying the war of Armageddon would take place in the 70s. I know this because the one time that my father took me to the temple, because we lived around the corner on Fairmont Avenue from Temple 25. We lived literally 2 blocks away from it. I knew it, but before he passed, he took me in there. I didn't know he was processing. I was about 12, 13 years old at the time. He took me in there. I remember it was a young brother. He was a minister. He must have been about maybe his early 20s, maybe. He wasn't the main minister. He was speaking. Minister James Sabines was the minister at Temple 25. And that's one thing he said. War of Armageddon is going to take place in the 1970s. And so as 1970s goes in, man, Jehovah's Witnesses, there was anybody that over 50 years old probably know that, man. They was all over the place. They was knocking everybody's doors and everything else. Man, it was big time. 1970s came, nothing happened. 1970 came on, 74. And then they started failing. People got disenchanted, started falling away. And so I was living in Orange, and this was this before I broke the seals, I think, probably around about, I broke the seals in 1990. It's probably about 85 or maybe 86, somewhere around there. At the time I was living in a mini mansion, man, 5 bathrooms. It was 3 stories. It was really nice. Nice piece of property, big attached garage. This garage even had a room over top of it, so I had if I wanted, I could rent that out if I wanted to. I let people stay from time to time. Anyway, so they come knocking my door, boy. And so I let them in. We sit in the big living room, we sit them down, we was talking. And what they do is they bring in their little trainees or whatever, right? They go, and they train them what's going on. And so they start breaking stuff. So, I let them talk while I knew. I said, so what about 1974, 1940? And when she picked up on me real quick. She saw where I was coming from. They got the hell out of there. They knocked my door again, because they keep records on that stuff. They know who doors knock on. They know. From that day to now, I never had Jehovah's walk on my doors. They keep up with me. Because they didn't want their train to hear that. They made a false prediction. Anyway, faith. So volume is like, when they say volume, they temperature, volume, and pressure, right? And collisions. Well, collisions is actually the pressure in the pressure system, right? You got temperature, how fast things are moving, volume, how much there is. So say, for instance, you got a volume, you have the main things that, like, volume, got a jar, You got cookies in it, right? That's they're in a volume, right? Water in a glass, that's in a volume, because that's how much in it. That's bound in that particular object, right? So the object is the boundary is the glass. How much in it is how much volume, how much you can put inside that. Okay, you understand the idea, right? So if you go here, you see here, temperature, harmonic motion. Now what happens is, when you heat something up, it starts moving faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, right? But it collides. That's pressure. That's how pressure could work. You heat it up, and it moves so fast. That's where you heat up, and right, it cooks faster. So on the right, that's this temperature. So as you increase the energy, right, the temperature's going to get fat more. There's more collision. That's pressure more. So they collide with each other, and to get higher, the collision will be more violent. They move faster. The collision will be more violent. You see? And so that's what war is. A war is the temperature's increasing, right? And then people colliding, they get angry, more angry after a while. They collision so much that they start fighting, and they killing, and it gets so intense. And then what happens is that after they kill so many people, there's so much in the volume anymore. So it calms down. I didn't show that too well. So in other words, you got 10,000 people. So the heat causes them to move real fast. But if 5,000 people, right, they have more room to move around in. So the collision is not as intense. You understand? The collision is not intense because you had 10,000, like it's a crowded elevator. You got 100 people in the elevator, it's crowded. But if you reach to 50, it's not so crowded so much anymore. See? It's tight, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? But 50 is really tight, and everybody's under a lot of pressure. But if you cut down half, then pressure decreases by half. So maybe it's comfortable. See? But at 100, man, if you put they're gonna be fighting with each other, man. I can't. That's what I'm saying. So Earth, the more people on the planet, the pressure builds up, more collision, and the collision get more intense. And it means violence, and that's war. That's what's happening right now, because the Earth is being energized. I tell you, every 50 years, getting more, and you could track that to World War I and World War II, all this stuff. It gets more energized, so the temperature is building. It's like turning heat under. See, now the left is harmonic motion. See, because if you got a bunch of people that but if you can get them to be orderly and walk around orderly like that, they still moving at the same speed, but they're not colliding. They move the same speed as the other, but they're not colliding because you got them orderly. They move. They call it harmonic motion. It puts enough pressure on something. That's how cold is like random, like on the right. The molecules like random, but under enough pressure, diamond, they really coordinated and everything else. So they're really beautiful. And that ran, so now you got a diamond. It's hard. Hope you understand the concept, brothers and sisters. So what's happening is that the Earth is being more energized. So you see the tensions getting every day. You never see it in the world as intense as it is now. But if you go back to 1990s, it hasn't calmed down. It's got more and more tense every year, getting more and more tense, more and more violent. Right? See? Everything around is war here, war here. They said rumors of wars and rumors of wars. Why they say that? Because they tell you the math, but you don't understand the math. So they tell you that way, but they tell you wars and rumors of wars means it's going to be very tense. If you understand mathematics, you say, well, that means the temperature going to be very high at that time. And so where's the tension coming from? Okay, if you understand the universe works, the universe must be contracting. So you can get all that stuff out of there, right? Once you read it, that's what they're talking about. I'm trying to get you to understand that, because that's what would happen, right? See, it'd be wars or rumors of wars. That means things get more intense. Why was that? If you understand the universe work, it must be contracting, because it was expanding, then it'll be calming down. They would say, oh man, it's peace and more peace. Right? It's getting more peace. Everything's, oh man, things calming down. People calming down. You see what I'm saying? But no, it's more intense. Wars and rumors of wars. Otherwise, if it's Spanish, they say, hey man, they're having peace talks. And, man, everybody's calming down, and I don't see anybody arguing anywhere. And they sent a delegation over there, and they came back and they had good news, and you be talking like that. But no, he's saying wars and rumors of wars. In a time of pressure and trouble, you have to translate that into the math. That's what you have to end up doing, brothers and sisters. See? Over here, the harmonic motion. And so the devils, they don't have enough discipline to achieve harmonic motion. See, harmonic motion, right? That's their body working together. And they're disciplined. And they're working together. Under intense pressure, they achieve that. So there's no war for them. See? If you run into them, see how they're spinning? They knock the hell out of you. Because that spin, you see what I'm saying? And not all involved, only one on the outside will have to get into battle, right? Because they're on the outside. So the other ones don't even know it's a battle going on. You understand? But the other one's over here. And that's what's happening in the world right now. Because what's happening is the world is getting more violent. Because and now, every 50 years, now we're in a 50-year cycle here where the violence is going, it's so violent that nobody can handle the collisions. So you can't handle a collision, that's fatal, you're dead. The whole world is, the temperature is so great that no one can withstand it. The collision is so great, no one stands. Why it says top unprecedented trouble. That's what I say. Billions of people are going to die because none of them can withstand this pressure, these collisions, because the degree of the tension is going to be so intense that most people can't handle it unless you achieve harmonic motion. And you have to have discipline. And only people who can have discipline is that original people. That's what the ark is all about. That's for Muhammad and those with him, and the Lamb and those with him. Right? The Levites go tribulation. That's what they go tribulation for. They have to achieve harmonic motion. Once they achieve harmonic motion, then they're calm. So they're working together, they're calm. They're peaceful. Like that's what's in Daniel. They threw them in the furnace, and the Levites, they was calm. They was mellow. The Son of Man was in there with them. But it was hot in there, but it wasn't bothering them. Wasn't bothering them. Chief harmonic motion. They was in there with the Lamb. He's walking around. They threw them in there, and the Lamb came. Remember, they was throwing it first. And then look around, the Lamb was in there with them. And just all of a sudden, the fire wasn't burning them. They was walking around. It wasn't bothering them at all. See? But then the Chaldeans, they got thrown in, they got burned up. That's what I'm trying to get you to see, bro. So what the point I'm trying to make is, all this talks that they're doing, there's nothing they can do unless they achieve harmonic motion to stop this. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And right now, they're at the point where they're talking about World War III, where none of them can survive it. Master Muhammad's not going to let it go nuclear. Right? The thing is, actually, no soul will be left alive. Yes, I'm trying to understand, but so if you understand that, they talk peace all around you. You know that's not happening. They talk it because they want it, but they cannot. This is the effect of what happened. They can't talk their way out of it. They can't talk. They have to achieve harmonic motion. You can't fake it. And those going through tribulation will have to achieve it. Can't fake it. You can't fake it. And one of the beautiful things about this, like I said, you see how it's spinning? You got those on the outside, you got those on the inside, you know what's that, right? Okay, so say for instance, well, you got something spinning, right? And just like that, right? So if someone, how can I say this? So, okay, you got these, say you're spinning something around, right? But some way you could spin 4 groups, or one group's outside. Well, somebody try to come to it, they're going to hit the ones on the outside first. And they're spinning faster than anyone else because they're on the outside. They all complete the same cycle at the same time. So that means they got a greater distance. It means they have to move faster. Right? Like that, right? So if you attack that, the ones just going to hit, you're going to hit is the one on the outside. That's the warriors. One side, unless they can break through the warriors, the next side don't have to worry about it. They don't even know what's going on. That's a little beauty. I don't know if you understand. I'm not pronouncing this right. See? Because they're going to achieve harmonic motion. That's the organization too, because they're going to have the warriors on the outside. When they go to tribulation, the one on the inside, the sisters and the children, they're going to feel the damn thing. See? And the one on the outside, the warriors. Then the whole thing, warriors, right? But said the ones on the outside, those are the ones that's protecting everybody on the inside. But they all would be at war. Right? You understand? I don't know if you get that or not, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to think you probably don't notice. Harmonic motion, that's when they go to the tribulation, the harmonic motion, they have a structure. And the warriors will be on the outside. The main warriors will be on the outside. Right? If they can get past them, then they get to the next level. See, the next level is supporting the outer level. So the ones in center are supporting the outer level. They're getting whatever they, right? See what I'm saying? And I'll leave it there, brothers and sisters. Okay, I'm going to talk about that some more another time. Okay, operating systems. Now, brothers and sisters, I still told you, your mind, angel, is your operating system. Operating system. That means it does something. It operates. What operates your brain? Like here, right? If your brain process with operating system. If you have a computer and have operating system, it just sits there. It got a brain, heart, got a motherboard, but it just sits there. It's an operating system, Windows or something, Apple or something. And so you have to activate your operating system. You understand? It's an operating system. It's a dead system. It's an operating system. It operates. You have to start you have to use it. Right? Use the engine, right? That's going to be a center. Tell you how you process the world. You have to process the world through that understanding. If you try to process the world through the Quranic understanding, then you can be 1,500 years out of date. You got to process through the understanding of the season that is now. So if you believe in angel and you upload, if you're not in that process in the world based on the angel, then that's not operating system for you. Because your operating system is probably a sealed Bible or something. Because most of that people operating on the sealed Bible. That's the operating system they have. So that's how they operate. You get it? That's how they operate, right? Based on the mind half. So the operating system they got is the operating system the devil gave them, master gave them. Okay, let's go on, brothers and sisters. See here. Now here, your eye, you see the world, and you have your perspective, your lens. You see the earth, what's happening on earth. You have to. So if you see that, and that's your lens, the Torah. Okay, that's the way you see the world. Now, 4,000 years ago, that was the way to see the world. Through that lens. You see, when you look out there, okay, I look out there and you look out there and you see something, but we may see the same thing with our eyes, but with our mind, it's something different. You see one thing, I see something else altogether. Okay, you see a dog, I see a dog, I say, man, look at a stinking ass dog. You say, oh man, look at that puppy. We're supposed to see the same dog. But you're looking at it through the lens Master gave you. Oh, they cute little puppies. You understand? So how you seeing the world? You seeing the world through the Torah? That's what the Jews claim they see in the world. That's why they're doing things, a lot of things they're doing. See? Because they don't understand it, but those things they're doing, they're told to do. Right? But they have it all mixed up. It's in there. Y'all children, it's all in there. Because they're looking at the world from that perspective. Looking at the world from that perspective. And plus their experience. The world from that perspective, in other words, that's the interpretation, but also the experience of what they've had with these Christians. And like I told you, what they understand with Christians, the conflict they've had for 2,000 years. And so that's the way they see it in the world. So they don't see the world the way you see it, and you ain't gonna get them to see the way you see it, unless you start looking at it that way. See, everybody sees the world. Most people see the world. Their experiences has a lot of leverage when they see what they experience themselves, just the experience, right? But also the mind they have. Experience is powerful, but the mind they have. See. And so they're given a devil mind. So they see in the devil the same way. The devil see, oh, Paul says, oh, that's true to Abraham. So forth, so on. But when you look at it close, it means you must be slaves and everything else. See that perspective. See? That's the way they're looking at it right now. It's a 2,000-year-old perspective, but that's the way they see the world. That's why they're acting like they're acting now. Plus their experience, like I told you, the dilemma they have instead. The devil could still want to get rid of them, but because we in the mix, it's causing a problem. Let's go on here. And then you got the Torah, the Quran. See? 1,500 years ago. And they see the world from that perspective. So you look back there, especially saw their Hassad and image and everything, they still look pretty much like they looked 1,500 years ago. They're still wearing the same type of clothes. They still live in the same society. They have very low influence on with the Adam's world. They still have the same basic systems. They don't want any democracy and that stuff. They're still in the world. They're still basically in a 1,500-year-old world. They're out of touch with what's going on today. That's why they're getting their ass kicked. Because they're out of season. But they think that's the only season there is. It's like if you grew up in the winter, you was born in the winter, you grew up in the winter, you never seen anything other than the winter. Right? Say the winter lasts, every winter lasts 100 years, right? So you never seen summer, you don't know anything about summer. Because you think winter's all there is. And all of a sudden there's summer start and spring start coming. So what the hell is that? So now you want to try to prevent the spring coming because you see the impact happening right away, man. Everything's my world's coming apart, man. My house is melting, and and it cold. See what I'm saying? You can do everything you can to resist it, but you cannot. It's in vain. So that's what the world right now. They're trying to do all the kind of things, trying to bring the world back to what they call normal. They cannot. That's the point I'm trying to make you, brother. They cannot. But yes, they're going to be trying to do it because that's the mindset they have. See? And then the last 5 years, it's a sealed Bible. What perspective was that? That perspective, we were slaves. We was doomed to be slaves forever. They were superior. See? Sealed Bible. They sort of see the world through that perspective, that lens. See? So they justified everything he was doing. Because Adam, God told me to be in charge. And God, make America great. See, God bless America and all this stuff, right? Sealed Bible. From that perspective. For that season. That was the right, that's why I told us to submit. Oh man, it's out of season for you. Right? It's going to be cold, man. I know you're from Africa, you're not cold, but it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. That's the season coming in. You have to deal with it. If you want to survive to summer come again. So that means you have to submit to the people that know how to deal with the cold. Because you don't know how to deal with it. They're comfortable with it. I mean, they feel, they're Portland, but he's comfortable with the cold. So listen to them, go along with them, and then you still be around when the spring comes. And then what? And now it's the angel. That's the perspective you have to see the world. If you don't see it from that perspective, brothers and sisters, you're not going to make it to the next level. See? Those that weren't able to see the world through the sealed Bible perspective, they all fell apart. They didn't make it. So, just, now you see the society here is a result of looking at the world through the sealed Bible lens. But now the lens looked through now is the angel lens. You see the world from there, and the angel, the world is, in other words, the sealed Bible told you the world as it was then. And that was the way the world was then. The devils would be in power. We would be in invasion. We'd be slaves. That's the way. And he said, okay, that's the way it's going. That's the way the world, right, would be. So here, to be successful in that world, this is what you need to do. That's the way it would be. So now, this world is coming in. This way it would be. Angel explains it in very detail. The sealed Bible explained that world in detail if you understand it, because it said it was very, very detailed about us being slaves forever. Right? See? And they being the masters, we're supposed to obey the master. So, I mean, there was a lot of detailed stuff in there for that time. And God told us that that's what we have to do. We said, well, God, see, that's what the jinn had a problem with. Because that was the season. And you can't understand enough. And one of the problems is because, so why? Because when you get here, you don't have to deal with that kind of ideas anymore. But you're here now. And these ideas you have to do to get there. See, that's it. You don't have to deal with these ideas again. The time of trouble has never been before, never been again. But you have to get through that time of trouble. And the angel is the one that does it for you. It moves you into the next level. If you don't have it, you're not moving. It's as simple as that. Believers are the ones that activate the mind for the new season. This believers hold on to the old mind and they die with it. Because a new season coming in. And I'm going to close out this, but I'm going to always keep this short. My voice is going. There's so many things to do. I'm really preparing because this stuff is, like I said, they can't stop this. Like I told you, they could stop JCPOA. They can't stop it. So they can talk, everything, all they want to do, but they can't stop it. Because the fight's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It's getting more violent every day. I mean, you never seen violence like you see right now all over the world, especially over false Israel. The violence is off the hook. Hey, he would not suspect it. So here you go. All this, see, immigration, false Israel, the demons, and Gog and Magog, all that's against us. I ain't putting houses out, all that kind of stuff. It's against that still. It's against us, brothers and sisters. False Israel set up, deceive us. Immigration is a transition team. If they have to get rid of us, there are kinds to make sure we stay stupid and dumb and deceived. And God can make God is the one that's profiting from us. And they want to keep us down and make sure we stay profitable for them or they'll get rid of us. We make honey for them. We like the beehive to make honey for them. But I don't think the bees eat the honey, do they? They make it, I don't know what to do with it. But they're getting the benefit of all the labor. It says all nations will be blessed. But I see all nations be blessed. See, you misunderstand that. It means because every nation is living off of us. They live off, they should be blessed by our seed because they're living off our seed. That's what it means. It sounds like one way. Oh, they blessed. They say, who's blessing them? You understand, brothers and sisters? Everybody, Saudi Arabia, all of them, living off us. They're the vultures living off our dead flesh. The last thing they want to do is come back alive. Because if you eat up on a lion, boy, and somebody lion will actually come alive, you better not be around because they're going to tear your ass up. That's what's about to happen. Because they didn't finish the job. That's why Daniel casts us as a lion, even an angel. See? And everybody on the planet, including we got Ishmael's my brother, Esau's another, that's in Africa and Arabia. Everybody betrayed us. Everybody's been living off of us. And that's where the wrath has come. What about this? Going to get one in a few days. And I really literally mean a few days. So all these things. And so when you look at people saying, why are they helping false Israel? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing immigration, man? This don't make no sense, man. You know? Same thing. Why? Because once you understand what the problem is, then everything falls into place. We choose Abraham, they taking penalty on. American Britain put them up there to keep us from finding out. Because if we find out, then that's hell on earth for them. It's that, right? Here, man, I'm not getting enough rest here, right? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if they put that structure right here, all of a sudden, all pieces fall into place. Hope you understand, so you'll know this. But whether you know this or not, brothers and sisters, you still gotta activate that angel. It's not going to be a personal thing, brothers and sisters. You think judgment's going to be a personal thing because I like her, I like him. No, no, no. And you'll be out about whether it works. If you come short, you're going to be lost. I don't care who you think you are. You can take that or leave it. Here's what I gave you, brothers and sisters, because I said, ooh. Mm-hmm. Okay, next, world's on the edge, brothers and sisters. Any day now, like I said, I've already put my word, I'm not my word, but I would put it on the line here. They said before the winter, I mean, it's world for any day now. And the longer it takes, I mean, the shorter it's going to be. You understand, brothers? Let me leave it there. Future news out.